So it looks to me like the Kung Studio tenor and the Kung Superior tenor have got a similar sized windway, albeit one is curved and one is straight. And they look the largest windways out of these four tenors. Then the next largest, I think, is the Kinsecker, and the smallest is the Dream. Although, albeit they are a little bit similar, but if I wasn't so terrible at holding these up to the camera, you might be able to see. I think the Kinsecker is a slightly larger windway, looking at it. So I shall try it out. Of course, every time I do a longest note, it's going to get worse because I'll be more out of breath. Let's use, I don't know, low E. Okay, start my stopwatch. I've googled the stopwatch here. Okay, it would help if I was playing the recorder as I click start. I think I'm going to have to just take 2 seconds off it or something. Here we go. Okay, that was about 26 seconds, I think. Not very, not that long. Oh dear. Right, that was the Kung Studio. We'll try on the Kung Superior now. That was 30 seconds, although maybe I tried harder, who knows. I'll try the Kinsecker next. Of course, I'm playing very softly, and so this is just a test of the size of the windway. But when you play them, some of them take stronger breath pressure, which means they're going to need more air. So we'll just measure the size of the windway first, if you're blowing very softly, and then I'll see how long I can get on the loudest note on each, which will tell us really which one uses the most air. Anyway, Kinsecker. Just reset the timer. Mollenhauer Kinsecker. Again, about 30 seconds. So when I'm blowing very softly, the size of the windway doesn't seem to make much difference. I'll just try on this Dream tenor now that I'm nice and out of breath. Here we go. That's about 28 or 29. So yes, overall very similar, around the 30-second mark or just under on a tenor recorder. So let's pick a note that we can blow a bit more firmly. Let's do a pinch G, say, and I'll see how long I can get that to last on each recorder, because yes, that should be interesting. Here we go. That was like 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Oh dear. Right. That was the King Studio. This is the King Superior. It's like 10 seconds and I accidentally played a different note. Kinsecker. Seconds. Seconds. Okay, it's all very similar. So how come when I did the video of the Rowan tree, I kept running out of breath on the Kinsecker? So overall, I must have, since they're very similar, I must have been using more air somehow. It makes no sense. No sense at all. Let's try a completely different note. Okay. King Studio. "11 seconds, blowing as loud as I can and it still sounds okay." Okay. King Superior. "11 and a half." Kinsecker. Yeah, more like 9 and a half. So you can use a bit more air on that, a bit of higher breath pressure. And the Dream Recorder. Sort of 10 and a half. Well, not a very informative video. But you know, you've got to try these things. Yeah, I wonder how long a note I can get on this Descant if I blow, sorry, soprano recorder. We call it Descant in the UK as well. If I blow it really, really softly. Of course, you never get your best longest note when you've just done a load of longest notes, but give it a go. 44 seconds. I think I've done longer. Not too shabby. Let's try on a treble alto recorder. 43 seconds. So longest notes, are they any use? So when you play your longest note, you're actually practicing a bit of breath control, being able to take a big breath in and let it out when you choose. So in a measured way, rather than like small children, they tend to take a big breath in and it all whooshes out. Then they play too loudly and perhaps squeak a bit and stuff like that. So longest note practice can be good for breath control, provided you don't go over the top and keel over while you're trying to do your longest note. No hyperventilating allowed. No turning purple and falling over because you try to get a really, really long note. But I suppose, yes, the extreme long note there where I was blowing really quietly, you really are practicing holding that breath back and letting it out very slowly. And I suppose other kinds of long notes that will be good for you would be where you're listening to the sound. So not just trying to play long, but trying to play a really beautiful note. So playing a long note so that you can listen to it while you're playing it. So you might be listening to hear if you're getting a nice sound, a good sound, to hear whether you're getting a very steady sound, or perhaps if you're practicing vibrato for any reason, with vibrato you want the note to be here and the vibrato to go just above and just below the original note, rather than to be at the note and up or at the note and down. It's a little bit either side. And so another kind of long note you could do could be a very slow version of vibrato. Like little hills and valleys. Or you could do longer hills and valleys to practice your dynamics. Now you probably heard then, I spent longer doing the crescendo than the diminuendo, and that's really, really common. It's much easier to do a controlled crescendo than a controlled diminuendo, so let's try that again. There you go, just a bit of fun and some ideas for you on long notes, but don't keel over. No turning purple and keeling over. Right, see you next time.